welcome to my channel. If you've seen my first video, which was an intro video, then welcome back. If you'd like to know more about me, besides the fact that I'm a hobby sewist and an architectural designer by day, then you should definitely go check out my first video, which introduced my YouTube platform. Today, we're going to talk about 5 things I wish I knew when I started sewing. But before I dive into it, please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Now, number 1, it's super cliche, but practice makes perfect. And I know you've heard it before, but really, truly, and honestly, when I reflect on the things that I made when I started sewing in 2017 to where I am now, my craft, my technique, my details, my construction, it has all gotten so much better. So with time and with repeatedly doing something, you will get better at it. And I know it sounds super cliche, and I thought about it and I was like, is this really what I'm going to say? But yes, the more you do it, the better you will get at it. Now, number 2, if you are dead set on making garments, stay away from quilting cotton. And I know that quilting cotton is so tempting because you can get a yard of fabric for $3.99 after you add your 60% off coupon. And oh my gosh, who doesn't want to spend $3.99 on a yard of fabric? However, if you expect something to fall a certain way or to fit a certain way, I can assure you that quilting cotton is only going to frustrate you, and you're just going to be like buying fabric and then it's useless. You're wasting your time trying to make the garment because it's not going to fall or fit how you expect, but then you're also wasting your money on the quilting cotton because it's just not doing what you want, and then you're probably just like building in frustration. So my advice, stay away from quilting cotton unless you're making a pillowcase or a quilt or like a pencil case. Number 3, let's talk about patterns. Patterns are not made to fit your specific body. And to be honest, I don't know whose body a pattern is made to fit. Somewhere, somehow along the lines, people took an average of different size measurements and decided that this is what an average 4, 12, 24 would be. And I don't know who is an average 4, 12, or 24, but I know I need to make adjustments to the garments that I make using a pattern. So don't go into it thinking that, oh, once I cut out this fabric, I cut out this pattern, well, flip that, I cut the pattern, then I cut the fabric and I stitch together, it's all gonna be a perfect fit. It seldom ever works out that way. I think most people have to make adjustments and do fits to ensure that the garment looks how they want it to. Number 4, I wish I knew about creative reuse stores when I started this hobby. Now, what is a creative reuse store? It's kind of like a thrift store for creative hobbies, and it's very interesting because you find really cool things in them. Whether it's vintage patterns, you will find different fabrics, you can find cone threads for a fraction of the price, zips, buttons. It has been fascinating for me, the things that I have found in creative reuse stores. And it's also a way to keep these things out of the landfill. So like in this sense, it's like one sewer's trash is another sewer's treasure, because then you're taking something that somebody no longer wants or needs and creating a home for it and using it to make something else. Very cool, because I have found some very interesting patterns in some of the stores I've visited. I like to go to them when I travel. Now, number 5, let's get into it. You've been sewing for years, you've perfected your craft, or your craft is getting better, your construction is looking really good, and then somebody sees you in your dress or your jumpsuit and you're like, you should make that for me. Not everyone's taking into consideration the time, the effort, the creativity that you put into making this garment. And I'm sorry, I don't know what world you're living in, but it's not the world I'm living in, where I want to spend the 5 hours that I have put aside on my weekend when I should be like doing laundry or putting away the dishes, making a garment for somebody else who doesn't know, understand, and appreciate the effort that goes into it. Now, I'm not saying I've never sewn for anybody else, because I have. I made one of my friends, I made his fiance a dress. He picked the fabric, we designed the dress together. I have also made things for my nieces and nephews, but you know, just the, oh, you made that, you should make that for me, it's a no. Let me know in the comments. Share with me a few of the things that you wish you knew when you started this hobby. And also, before I go, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.